That night, as I turned the corner onto our street, I saw the glow from our bedroom window spilling onto the driveway. The curtains were drawn, but not all the way. A narrow gap, barely an inch wide, gave me a view inside. And what I saw made my heart stop. Two silhouettes. One of them, her. My wife, Anna. The other? A man. I wasn't the type to immediately assume the worst, but this wasn't something you misinterpret. I cut the engine. My pulse was pounding so hard I could feel it in my fingertips. I should have walked away, gone somewhere, cooled off, but I didn't. I stepped out of the car, moving quietly toward the window. And then, through that small sliver of space, I saw her, naked, straddling him. The world tilted. A hot, burning rage surged through me so violently I felt dizzy. I didn't think. I acted. I stormed toward the front door, unlocked it with shaking hands, and kicked it open with enough force to make the walls tremble. The sound echoed through the house like a gunshot. There was a scream, Annis. A rustling of sheets, a panicked scramble. I heard a man's voice curse under his breath. Then I saw them. Anna, half covered with a bedsheet, her eyes wide with shock. The man, some asshole I had never seen before, sitting up, eyes locked onto mine, frozen. My entire body burned with fury. The betrayal, the audacity, the sheer disrespect. It was like my skin couldn't contain the heat inside me. What the hell is this? My voice was raw, hoarse. Anna stammered something, but I didn't hear it. My eyes were locked onto the man, the stranger in my bed. And then he smirked. Smirked. Like this was funny. Like I was just some idiot who had walked in at the wrong time. Something inside me snapped. I lunged. I didn't think about consequences. I didn't think about anything. My fist connected with his face before he even had time to react. The sickening crack of impact filled the air, and he fell back against the headboard, groaning. Anna screamed, scrambling to get between us, but I was already grabbing the nearest thing, a lamp, and hurling it across the room. It shattered against the wall, shards flying everywhere. I grabbed the nightstand, flipping it over. Books, glasses, a phone, all of it crashed to the floor. The man sat up, wiping blood from his nose. And then he had the nerve to laugh. Real mature, he muttered, shaking his head. Guess she didn't tell you she was done with you. Done with me. The words hit me harder than the betrayal itself. I turned to Anna. She was crying, clutching the bedsheet to her chest like it could shield her from what she had done. Her lips trembled, but she didn't deny it. She didn't say she was sorry. And that was enough. I stepped back, breathing hard. The room was wrecked, just like my marriage, just like my life. I pointed toward the door, my voice eerily calm. Get out. Anna sobbed. Stephen, please. I shook my head. I said get out. The man stood up, wiping his mouth. Guess I'll see you later, babe. I didn't even look at him. If I did, I would have killed him. Anna grabbed her clothes, her hands trembling, and stumbled out of the bedroom. I heard her crying as she rushed out the front door. The slam echoed through the empty house. And just like that, she was gone. I stood there, staring at the destruction around me. The bed, the broken glass, the overturned furniture. It wasn't enough. I walked to the living room, grabbed a chair, and hurled it across the floor. The coffee table? Smashed. I ripped picture frames off the walls, sending them crashing to the floor. Years of memories, shattered in seconds. By the time I was done, my hands were shaking, my breath ragged. I needed to get out of here. I grabbed my keys, walked out, and didn't look back. I drove through the city aimlessly, my mind numb. The neon lights blurred past me, the hum of the engine the only sound in my head. I should have gone to a friend's place, but I didn't want to talk. I didn't want pity. I pulled into a gas station, parked, and just sat there. I leaned back in the seat, staring at the dark sky. Anna thought she had one. She thought she had gotten away with it. But she was wrong, because I wasn't done. Not even close. The city streets blurred past me as I drove, the rage still simmering just beneath my skin. The betrayal replayed over and over in my head, Anna's naked body, the smug bastard in my bed, the way she didn't even deny it. It wasn't just the cheating. It was the way she had already decided I didn't matter, that my pain wasn't real to her, that she had one, but she hadn't. I pulled into an empty parking lot overlooking the city skyline. The silence was suffocating, pressing down on me as I stared at my reflection in the rearview mirror. I wasn't going to let her walk away from this without consequences. She thought she had destroyed me. She had no idea what was coming. The next morning, I returned to the house. The destruction from last night was still there, shattered glass, broken furniture, the wreckage of a life that no longer existed. Good. I poured myself a cup of coffee, sat at the kitchen table, and started planning. Anna was comfortable. She had never faced real hardship. She had married me for stability, for security. She wanted excitement on the side, but she never planned to lose the safety of what I provided. So I was going to take everything from her. First, the house. It was mine before we got married. My name on the deed. My money paid for it. She had nowhere else to go. I changed the locks that afternoon, made sure every trace of her was erased. Then, the money. We had shared accounts, but I had sole control of most of our finances. Within hours, I had moved all my assets into private accounts. Every dollar she thought she had access to? Gone. Then, the final blow, her reputation. Anna prided herself on her image. She built this perfect life for the outside world to admire. So I made sure everyone knew the truth. I sent the pictures, the details, the proof of her affair to her family, her parents, her siblings. I let them know exactly who she had become. By the afternoon, she was calling me, begging. I let the phone ring, blocked her. She didn't deserve a response. The fallout hit faster than I expected. A friend texted me that night, "Dude, she's losing it." Apparently, her family had cut her off. Her parents were disgusted. Her brother called her a disgrace. She had gone to stay with the guy she cheated with. But here's the thing, men like that don't want responsibility. They want the thrill of stealing someone else's wife, not the burden of cleaning up her mess. And just like I planned, he kicked her out within a week. She was homeless, jobless, and completely alone. I got one final message from her. "Steven, I have nothing left. Please, just talk to me." I stared at the screen for a long moment. Then I deleted it, blocked her number,